Live. Welcome to Be Inspired pre-event virtual bash. Woohoo! This is week 4, and this has been, I will say, one of the most amazing hangouts that I mean, I literally have been waiting for this one. I probably should have had this one first because the guest that we have is going to be sharing insider secrets to really creating dynamic videos so that you can position yourself as not only the expert, but you have that star power. So I'm so excited to introduce today. We have Barbara Niven, and many of you have probably seen Barbara. I mean, she is a award-winning actress. She has been on movies and in TV, and she is brilliant at what she does. And what we love is that she decided to share her gift with us entrepreneurs and come outside of Hollywood, yay,
Yay!
and teach us really how to position ourselves. And so I just want to welcome you, Barbara. Thank you for joining us.
Ray, thank you so much for inviting me to speak at your Be Inspired event too, because it combines both things that I'm really passionate about helping people get their message out so they can make the difference they're here to do in the world, and also inspiring them to go out and play big and make a difference. So, and what I've done now, as you know, I've been an actress for almost 30 years now, and a few years ago when I started being a speaker myself, I realized that all those things that I've been doing on the sets and in films and TV and doing public speaking presentations are all things that business owners nowadays need to be doing really well in their business too. Because if you're not using video marketing or doing TV and radio interviews or Google Hangouts like we're doing here, you're getting left behind. But image is everything. So that's why I created Unleash Your Star Power. So I could put everything that I've learned into an easy, simple system that you and business owners and speakers and authors and even people who want to get up and speak at church, even, so that you can handle how to be succinct and get your message out there and be effective in your communication. So it combines, speaking at your thing combines both of my favorite things, so I'm excited. And I have to give a shout out to my Dreamers Network too, and to my clients who are here on the Google Hangout too. We've been using social media to publicize this, and thank you so much guys for paying it forward. And I can't wait to meet you at Ray's event, September 26th through 28th in San Diego.
Absolutely. And, one of the things that I am super excited, I mean, this event by far, and we're going to give people some more information on how they can register, and we have a special savings for them when they take action today. But I just want to kind of just give you just an overview, those of you who are listening, who I am, because I know some of you are from Barbara's tribe, and you're probably like, well, who is this Ray Majors-Wildman? and what is a women entrepreneurs and professionals all about? And so I just want to share just briefly, we started our organization 2 years ago, and we started it just kind of by default. It's just kind of like I'm really an accidental entrepreneur, and this event was kind of birthed out of the community. We have approximately 2,300 high achieving women who said, hey, we've been playing online, possible that we can come and meet in person, because as great as social media is, I made 6 figures off Facebook alone last year, so I love social media. It's nothing that replaces that face-to-face, that belly-to-belly, that ability to hug and connect and really collaborate. So I'm super excited to have you join us. And I also want to share with you, this interview was really supposed to be 2 people. Now, this is how I know when you get ready to play a bigger game, and some of you who are listening, you're thinking, okay, I might want to get on video, but I'm afraid, and you got all that inner critic having that conversation that's stopping you from showing up. Oh, who am I to consider myself a star and all that? You know who you are. You know who you are.
Well, you know what? We all say that to ourselves, right? All of us, every day, even people in a TV show like us, we always think, well, maybe we faked it, maybe we kind of slipped by, maybe we're not really worth it, maybe we're not that good. But what you're doing is bringing people together to say, yes, we are, and we support each other.
Absolutely. So this interview is going to be Barbara sharing some of her secrets. So let's just get into it.
Got it.
Video has been really hot lately. I mean, with YouTube, with Google Hangout, I mean, video is the hottest thing going. So why do you feel like that video is a hot marketing trend? Why should people be doing it?
First of all, let me give you a couple of stats here on video marketing. Why video marketing? A video on your landing page of a website can increase your sales conversion rates by 86%. 86%. And video promotion is over 600% more effective than print and online ads. So here's why I think this is so important, because nowadays we all have great websites, right? We all have, we all are savvy enough to be using keywords and to, create social media, etc. But most of it is about delivering information, just facts and figures. You probably have a great website, but it's all text. But nowadays, video gives us a chance to make that personal connection again. I think we're so tired of just getting blasted with information that we want to connect face-to-face and heart-to-heart again. And that's what I concentrate on with my Unleash Your Star Power system, is how to make that real heart-to-heart connection. And here's how to do it. I know we only have 30 minutes on this, Ray, so I want to make sure I give a lot of information that people can walk away with and just start using and practicing with their own videos, even if it's on a webcam like this, or if you have a smartphone. I want you to start doing some little videos and just start shooting them out. And here's what I want you to keep in mind, that if you're nervous, you're thinking about yourself and not what you're giving to the person that you're talking to. So take it out of delivering information and the whole concept that you have to be perfect, and start thinking about, what are you really giving to somebody? What can you give in a video in 1 to 2 minutes? Used to be longer, but we have attention deficit disorder anymore in our society. So you only need a 1 to 2 minute video to really give somebody something good. The purpose is to give them a gift, your tip, give them enough to find out that they like you and that they find you charming, and that they want to find out more about you, which is when they'll go to your website where all your information is there. So all a video has to do is make that heart-to-heart connection, and not delivering information and bulleting that out, but just really talking in a personal way. Because, Ray, look at the way we're framed right now. So we're framed in, this is called a talking head video. You don't see the whole world. You just see from, like, if I were sitting maybe 2 to 3 feet in front of you, it's like we're having a conversation. So you don't have to yell, you don't have to try and project or try and be perfect, but the camera reads every single thought you have. So if I were thinking and worrying about, how am I coming across, I start getting a little nervous. And we all do that. We all have nerves. And if I have time on this, I want to be able to give you a few little things that you can do to help bang out and stop those nerves and actually turn them into fuel. But if I start putting your face in the camera lens, or a face that is my best friend, somebody I know, I am talking heart to heart with that person, like I'm doing with you right now. So don't think of it as a camera, because the camera is a black hole to stare at, but just instead think of it as a person, and you're having a dialogue, not a monologue where you're doing all the talking, but that you're having a dialogue. So when you're having dialogue and a communication, you say something, and you usually are in front of a person and you're looking at them to see what kind of reaction they gave you. Maybe you see their eyes start to crinkle a little bit, so you know they thought it was kind of funny, or maybe they kind of didn't quite get it, so you have to deliver it a little different way. It's the same thing when you're doing a video to a camera lens. Put a real person in that camera, somebody that is your best friend, and just have a conversation.
I love that. And it's interesting because, my story, I was resisting public speaking forever.
Why?
And, because I had the worst nerves, I had an incident that happened when I was a child that actually prevented me from wanting to step on stage. And every time I would get ready to present, I literally, my body would just act up. I would break into a cold sweat. I would be holding on to the podium, and my little black knuckles would turn white. My paper would be like, doing all of that. And I remember I had a mentor, which is the power of hiring someone, by the way, investing in yourself and getting a mentor. And he asked me, he said, his name is Joe Bauer, and he said, you want to think, first of all, you don't want to be about you. Because nerves comes, like you mentioned, Barbara, when you're in your own head thinking about how people are going to receive me, that's what shows up. He said, think about the gift that you're giving someone. And he called it the gift shift. It's like, remember when you had, like Christmas will be coming to us pretty soon, and you have that special gift that you want to give someone. They've been wanting it, and you went and bought it, and they don't know that you got it, and you're like, no, I'm not getting you that. And then all of a sudden, you're like anticipating, I can't wait. And that's kind of how I am now. It's like when women and men show up and I get to share my gift, I feel like I know that what I'm giving them is going to transform lives. So I love that.
That's exactly what I teach and what I have learned too. You are absolutely right, and I know Joel Bauer, and he was right on with that. So let me throw something else out here that is an aha moment for most of my media training clients about nerves. When you're nervous, who are you thinking about? You're thinking about yourself. Being nervous is actually a very selfish act. So concentrate on the gift that you're giving. And actors get nervous too. Trust me, when you're on the red carpet or when you're backstage at an award ceremony, some of those stars who are going to be presenting on those award ceremonies, they don't have a script. They're supposed to just be themselves. So they are nervous. So some of them are actually holding a bucket, throwing up in the back, waiting to go on.
Wow.
So as a tool in acting class, which is why I also put it in the home study course, and in what I teach, is that there are ways and exercises that we learn in class to handle nerves and actually turn them into fuel. So being nervous and public speaking is actually the #1 phobia in America. People would rather be the one in the coffin than the one that gives the eulogy, and that's the truth. So don't think about, oh, I don't want people to know, etc. Just walk into the club. I get nervous. We all do, because we want to be our best. But just know that when you don't embrace your nerves, that's when you get all disconnected, and that's when you're doing a speech and you're up there and you're nervous, and suddenly you start talking faster because you want to get over, and have you heard of people saying, oh, look over their heads, or imagine the audience naked? Well, how can you connect in any kind of meaningful way that way? So I have a few ways that we can help you get through the nerves and really just get grounded again and get into your body. But I don't think we have time to do them today. But at your event, Ray, I will be taking the audience through all of those. So I'm going to be doing live video coaching or on stage of audience volunteers. I'm going to ask for somebody who's probably the most nervous in the audience, and we're going to give them a star power makeover. Go through nerves. I'm going to show you exactly what to say and how to say it. And at the end, I promise you're going to get a standing ovation. One more thing about nerves, because it's always the thing that people ask me the most about. Where do nerves manifest in you personally? Who's ever watching this with me? Just think about it. Maybe your palms start getting a little sweaty, or maybe your breath starts getting a little shallow, or you get butterflies in your stomach, right? Well, if you think about those, all those physical manifestations are the exact same thing as when you're excited, right? So just consider, and this is what I got from Milton Casellas at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, my master acting coach. He said, consider that maybe it's just a label. Change your label. It's not serving you. What if, think to yourself, instead of saying, I am nervous, oh my gosh, what if you just do a click in your head and switch and say, I am excited. I can't wait to go on stage. I can't wait to do this. It shifts everything. Just shift your label. You're in charge of yourself. Shift your label and see what happens. You're going to be a racehorse at the starting gate, just raring to go on.
You know, it's interesting, and I totally agree. You know, everything is a label. But one of the things that you said, well, first of all, let me give you a shout out because I cannot wait to see the transformation that that one lucky attendee is going to have when you bring them on stage and give them real-time coaching. I have one of my clients, Catherine O'Brien. She actually had a chance to see you live and in person at a James Malinchek event, and she was the lucky participant who was caught on stage. And I told her, it was like transformation. She talked about like real transformation. And let me just share with you, Barbara, like fast forwarding like a year or so after the fact, the confidence that she have right now, the ability that she has in herself to really project and show up in her power, I attribute that to you taking her through that experience. So just a little sidebar. You didn't know that, so I'm just sharing it.
Wait, let me tell you, that's so interesting because over and over again, I find that the people who are most fearful of public speaking, and I just love that she trusted me to do this because it was a leap. But the people who are most fearful, it's because you have the most power, but you're just afraid to get. It's scary to have that much power. The people who are most fearful are the best at what they do, and going forward. So what my gift is, my biggest gift in my life, is being able to figure out how to help you get out of your own way. I use the practical things I've learned from acting class. I give you tools on what to say, and then all I do is get you out of your own way and open your aperture, and you are off to the races because you already have everything that you need. You just need a little bit of structure. Heck, I've been in acting class for 20 years learning how to do my craft. You just need a little bit of structure and a little bit of media training. That's why you have to have a media coach before you get out there and do speeches or videos or interviews, because you don't want to waste your shot. And nowadays with video or with interviews on social media or radio shows, if you have one, 10 years from now, when they Google your name, those very first interviews and first media opportunities are going to show up again. So if you're not ready to go, you're going to get judged by how you were then. So media training, I think, is the smartest thing that a person can do, because what I do with them is we go through and we take you through. It's not just about coming across and performing. I take you through who your client is, who your target audience, your ideal client, what your keywords are. We build your message. We create your talking points together. I teach you how to speak in your sound bites, and these are your sound bites. I just help you hone them. I hear what you say. We massage them into something that you can deliver authentically because it's your message, but it's delivered in a way that the media can really use it, and it's powerful. We go through creating a press kit. We create a media marketing strategy, just everything that you need to really get out there and present yourself in the best way possible. And your image too. We go through appearance, what to wear. When you come to my video boot camp and shoot your videos on the second day after we do the first day of training, that you have a Hollywood makeup artist who goes through and makes you feel like a star, and not to look like a soap opera star that's not yourself, but you learn how to pop, because again, image and lighting is everything. You just need to know how to package yourself well to come across great. And once you go through that training, you can hit it with confidence anytime because you're already trained, and you just repeat it over and over again. So learn it once and then just go fly.
I love it. It's rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So I know there are some people that's on well, hanging out with us, and they probably are wondering, okay, we know video marketing is a hot trend.
Yep.
I know that video helps me to connect at a deeper level with people. That I don't know if you know this statistic, that the average attention span of a goldfish is 7 seconds. Can you believe that? And yet the average attention span of a human being right now, because of all of the distractions that we have, is 3 seconds.
Oh,
Scary.
that is
We have less attention span than a goldfish. So let me ask you this question. What are the must-have videos? What kind of videos should someone be creating?
Okay.
In their video marketing strategy?
Right. On your homepage for your website, you've got to have a professional video, because that's going to be the first way that people judge you, basically. So the way to do that would be to get your keywords and then find out who your competitors are, and then we look at that and we come up with a video where I want you to think about you welcoming somebody into your home. So again, because of the attention span thing, I used to have videos be 2.5 to 3 minutes long. Now, really, 1 minute to 2 minutes of great stuff is all you need. So it's just, hi, welcome to my website. And something else that I teach, I want people to start, it's my secret here, but one of my secret weapons is to start coming at it from your ideal client's point of view. What are their pain points that you solve, and their problems, and how do you do it? So here's an example. If one of my clients who came in and shot videos with me, they do energy work, and they came in with their script, and just like everybody else on YouTube, they say, hi, I'm this, and blah, 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 this is my company, I've been around forever, and basically it's all about them, right? But I want you to think about coming from your ideal client's point of view instead, and solving their problem, and coming up with 3 questions that ask them about the problem, but that engage their physical senses or emotions. So let me show you what I mean, because that's kind of, you're going, what does she mean? So
exactly.
I had my client put down their script and look directly into the camera and say, have you ever walked into a room and something just felt off? Maybe the hair went up on the back of your neck and you knew you had to get out of there? Or have you ever been in a place where you just couldn't sleep? Or maybe you just felt a low-level, anxious feeling all the time? Well, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's the energy in the room around you. Well, I'm Barbara Niven, and I'm going to show you how you can change that in 3 seconds. So,
I love that.
Did you understand what I just did? I engaged.
I'm like, give me some of that.
Well, that's what I do with the videos, and it makes. I don't know anybody else who does this, but it just works, because you're engaging your client and your viewer with senses and emotions rather than just coming from your head. Again, you want to come from your heart, and you're being truthful, because what are they getting from that? They're getting that you are somebody that they have a connection with, a heart-to-heart connection. They're getting that you know their problems, and they're getting that you know how to solve their problems. So think about when somebody is going to be looking to who to hire, your prospective client. They put in keywords into Google search, and all different pages come up, right? So say they're only going to look at the top page of Google. So they look at one after the other, and everybody's got the same message, basically, the same, I could do this, sign up for my free ebook, blah, blah, blah. What if on your link that they click, what if you have a great video that's talking about them, that makes them feel something and makes them connected to you? Who do you think they're going to hire? Who do you think they're going to contact for more information? That's what a good video is all about. It's about meeting them, letting them find you charming and heartfelt and authentic, and then having them call you to see, well, if this works, let me find out a little more.
So we need a professional welcome video.
Yes,
so why professional? I mean, I know you're a big believer in having a professional, or having professional video.
Yeah, well, I think Yes. Well, I teach really video marketing strategy is to do a professional video on your landing page because that's what they're going to judge you by. I love using, if you're ever on my Facebook, which is facebook.com/Barbara Niven, check it out because I do a lot of social media marketing with videos. And like for the ALS video, I think I had like 109,000 views on my Facebook page just for that one video alone. But
Wow.
you've got to be doing these, and I call your smartphone videos your reality TV. So I teach in boot camp that we take our videos and I teach people how to create bits, little fun bits wherever you are. It's like you're being a reporter and you do a stand-up, but it's also wrapped around a teaching tip that you can get somebody and give somebody in a minute or two. So yes, you need the professional video because you need to have that professional quality. When they come to your website for the first time, they need to know that you are a professional. You don't want to see a fun little video because it doesn't have the weight. If they're going to give you money, you need to come across as professional. So the social media videos are the little smartphone videos, and then the third kind of videos are like what we're doing now. People need to start using webcams and do Google Hangouts like this. I'm just getting ready to launch my new Star Power Success Academy, and in that, I'm going to be holding Google Hangout trainings like we're doing right now, Ray. So that because it's such a great way to be able to interact nowadays, and it's also tied into the biggest search engines there are, Google and YouTube. So to get rising in the search engine listings and ratings, as well as just being able to be found, there's no place better than Google Hangout, and it's going to be the next big thing. So I'm going to be starting to do some training on that too. But again, you have to have the basic training on lighting and framing. You see everything that you see me right now with my Google Hangout on this webcam that I'm doing. I'm in my home office. You see my background. I have Hollywood in the background. I plan this all out, and I want you, I'm telling you this, I'm revealing some of the secrets because I want you to do the same thing. What do you want people to think about? How do you want to design your image? You see, I also have my book strategically placed right there, my 111 Star Power Tips, Insider Secrets from a Hollywood Pro. I have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and in the background, you don't see a lot of clutter. So when you're doing your webcam, like we're doing right now, what does your background say about you? If it's cluttered, what does that say about you to a potential client? So just design your image and your background and be sure that what you're putting forth is exactly what you want to say.
You know, I just want to take a moment to highlight and underscore what Barbara just said. I cannot tell you, I've been in this space for a couple of decades, and over the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years, as more and more people have started to do their videos, it's very interesting what you see in their background. Now, in my background, you will see I was actually nominated by the San Diego Business Journal for Women Who Means Business Award. So that's that award back there. I also have my women's certification. Woohoo! I'm so proud of that. And these beautiful roses. My birthday was yesterday. Yay! So my honey gave me those beautiful roses. But I was watching this video, Barbara, and it was a woman who is an organizer. Now let me say what she did right. She talked about, do you feel like you're overwhelmed, like you can't find anything as a small business owner? So she's pushing the pain button, but everything in her space was cluttered. I'm not kidding. It looked like a bomb went off in her office, and I was like, why would I hire you when you look like you need someone to organize you? Right. And then I also see this guy who had a beer can. He was like talking, and he had it looked like an empty beer can sitting on his bookcase. Like, oh, did you not know that was there? You probably wanted to remove that. So image is everything, ladies. It really is.
Right. So
I want to say just a little bit before we go to the next question, because one of the things you said is that you had 100,000 views on your ALS video. So for us individuals who might not be a celebrity, how can we make our video stand out? Any tips?
Yes. Humor is one thing. Also, I call it cross-pollination. So the way, here's my strategy on how I did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge video. And I did it because I totally believe in the cause. I donated a couple times, and my father-in-law actually passed away from ALS. So it was a perfect scenario for me. And what I did in my Ice Bucket Challenge was I challenged all the casts of Cedar Cove and Hallmark Channel, and it ended up including all the executives of Hallmark Channel. So I every time I posted one of their videos, I also hashtagged them. I had people sharing them because they wanted to see the different stars. They wanted to see all of that, and again, the humor on it as well. So think about a way that you can, and Stu Melke of Melke PR has been teaching me this, about how you can think peripherally with your marketing, to join causes, join forces with somebody else, like me joining forces with Cedar Cove or ALS or whatever. That was such a brilliant marketing campaign. But see how you can deliver something that people want, and then if the perfect scenario, the perfect storm happens, make sure that if you believe in what you're doing and you believe in the cause, get in there and do it. Another one that I just had, and again, I am just doing experiments with social media as well, and I'm doing them with causes that I really care about. My Facebook page now has, I think, like 10,800 people on it, and it's because I have this amazing network of supporters, what I call a dreamers network. So I created it as a place for all of us to come together and support each other, because the world's such a negative place. So find something that you are passionate about and be a hub. Bring people together to make a difference. Don't just talk about your business on a page, because it's all about you then. Do things that give to people. That's why video tips and video marketing is so good. The other night, for instance, Joan Rivers passed away. The day that she did, I was in Hollywood at an event, and I was driving home, and I passed the Laugh Factory, and I saw on the marquee it said, R.I.P., rest in peace, Joan Rivers, make God laugh. And that struck me as so profound that I turned my car around in middle of Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, and parked and did a stand-up video on it. You can find it on my Facebook page if you want to see what I did, just to get an idea of what you can do too. I did a little video talking about, you know, what Joan Rivers is making God laugh now. And then I said, I turned it into a teaching point, and you can do the same thing. Just start thinking like this. I turned it into a teaching point about that is her legacy that she left. But what is your legacy going to be? What will people say about you afterwards? And if you haven't started yet, start living it. So, and that went viral as well. It went viral. So those kind of things that hit a chord, again, is heart to heart, and it's authentic. It's not just for, you know, doing a great crazy marketing splash video, but when you are really on purpose and you plug into your passion and you create something that really helps somebody else and strikes the same chord with them, and you come together en masse and reach a critical mass, you can make a difference. And that's what my passion is. And that's why I want to help you get your videos, get your message out, and really create the difference that we're here to do together. And that's my purpose. I am 61 years old now. I used to think my purpose was to act, because I love acting. But now my passion is helping you get your message out there so you can make your mark and live on purpose and do what you are here to do. And I pledge to give you my heart and soul to help you do it.
And I can hear your passion. I mean, I know we are currently at 12:34, and this call is really designed to go for an hour. It was really, how it was designed is we had two of our speakers who were going to be speaking, and we were going to share them with you. Our second speaker, Chris Bridges, I'm going to ask that you sending prayers to her. She had a family challenge with her. Her mother-in-law is not doing well. And so, regretfully, she needed to take care of business, right? Take care of family, which is most important. At the end of the day, our business is really designed to help us create the lifestyle that we really desire. And so when you have a successful business, here's the beautiful thing. Life is going to happen to us all. As we keep living, life happens. I love Joan Rivers. My heart was like breaking, when I heard the news. But then I was uplifted when I saw the videos that this woman left. I mean, if you check my Facebook page, I actually had a video that she left. It was an interaction between her and Melissa. And all I kept thinking is, what the best gift a mother could give a daughter.
Yeah.
So you might be thinking that these videos are like, oh, it's just marketing, oh, it's just a strategy. The impact that you're going to make with your message, when you connect your personality with your passion and your purpose, you will become unstoppable. And being able to reach people via video is going to bypass all of the BS, all of the marketing hype, all of the crap that's out in the world, and people are going to feel you in your heart. So, Barbara, do you still have time? Can we go through a couple more questions?
Sure, I'd love to. I'd love to, Ray.
Awesome. So I know using humor is a great way to stand out with your videos. I know connecting real world experiences, what's going on, what's trending, is a great way to stand out. Now let's get into some practical stuff. What about what to wear? I always stress out about, what should I wear?
Okay, what to wear in a video? Great question. Basically, if you're in business, when you're in a video, business casual is the best way to come across. I want you to mirror your audience. For instance, if you're talking in Texas, if you're presenting something in front of a Texas audience, you might want to consider some cowboy boots, maybe, or a hat. But business casual for us in business is usually best. If you're going to be on camera, make it very simple. You see, in talking heads, which is what we're doing, usually when we're shooting videos in my studio, it's from waist up and in videos on the internet, because the little monitor is so small by the time you get the square with the video in it, that you don't want to have the whole world showing. You just want to frame your eyes, and you want to think of your clothing the same way. So it's a very simple framing so that your face and your eyes really show, so that people can, as they say, look into your eyes, which are the windows of your soul. And that whole saying is true. So don't be real busy in your wardrobe. Don't have a lot of dangly jewelry or earrings. Bracelets, don't be dangly either, because you'll get audio hits on it. You'll get too much noise on it. So just make something simple. Colors to wear. It used to be that people would say red and black and white you stay away from. But nowadays our cameras are a little better now. White, probably you don't want to shoot with unless you have the kind of camera that you can change the exposure and overexpose yourself instead of with the white clothing. It's like that phenomena that happens, when you are shooting into the sun or into something bright, how you get the foreground gets darker. Well, if you're wearing white, it's complicated because you've got to change the exposure. I do that in my studio all the time when I have people come in and shoot. I say, go ahead and bring white, because it makes a really pretty clean, fresh look. But if you're doing it yourself, don't. But pretty much anything else. If you're going to shoot a video that will be on your website, think about what your branding is. Always think about you are the writer, director, producer, and star of every image you put out. So design it well and stay with that branding. If you don't have to be matchy-matchy with colors, obviously, but you don't want to be glaringly clashy either, and you don't want to have that beer can in it that you were saying the guy had, right? So that is for wardrobe. Makeup. Make sure that you know how to make your makeup so that you pop on camera or pop in front of a stage. People just, again, need to have your eyes enough defined so that they can read them well. I have people come in all the time. I just had a wonderful lady, an engineer named Kathy Mills, come in to my boot camp this last weekend, and oh my gosh, Who knew she would be so funny and so good on camera? And she never wears makeup. But we had Donna, my makeup artist, who used to do my makeup on Bold and Beautiful, which is how we met. She's been my makeup artist for everything ever since. She had Kathy in her chair and just put enough on to pop, and oh my gosh, she looked extraordinary on camera. She still looked like herself. Don't ever go over and do videos or do headshots or photos that don't look like you, because you want to look like you so people, when you do actually meet them, they know that it's you. Or especially on one of the, if you're doing a dating photo, ladies, make sure that it looks current and not 20 years ago, because that's not a good way to start out a relationship, because it's a relationship whether you're doing a video and meeting a client, or anytime that you meet somebody. You want to be truthful and authentic, and when you are truthful and authentic, you come across better, and you come across much clearer in a much better way. So what else? Powder. Make sure, see, I keep this in my desk right here for my webcams. Make sure that you have powder, because shine is not your friend. So powder, just keep it and just keep checking the monitor and see. Man, you got to have powder too on your face. And if you have a shiny bald head, you got to put some powder on too, because shine is distracting in jewelry, in clothing, or in your face, in your body. So just learn how to do a little bit of that, and take the shine off so that you present your best image, so that you're polished and confident and prepared.
Well, I know a lot of those are some really great tips, and I was sharing before we went live for you women who might be over a certain age and experience our own personal summers like I have from time to time. I'm so authentic that my audience knows, it's like, hey, look, y'all know, I just got to do that every now and then. And because you have that relationship with your audience, you could probably get away with it. If you don't, I wouldn't necessarily have you doing that at the, on your professional welcome video. But
not on the welcome video. The welcome video has got to be your most professional, wonderful, warm self. But on all the social media videos and those fun videos that you do, you can be, again, on Twitter, if anybody Twitter followers, my handle is @BarbaraNiven, and you'll see me a lot of times. I'll post things with no makeup, because part of my mission, again, and what I want to do for women is just show that makeup is a tool. It's not who we are. So you show all your different sides of your life, but I would never do that on my front page of my website. So make it a whole strategy, a whole marketing strategy, so that people identify with different parts of you, so that they relate to you, so you're a real person. Like a lot of times too, I'm going to show you something here. On my desk, people who follow me know that I have 3 little dogs, and they have little beds on top of my desk. So in something like this, I want people to know the real me, and so I bring them up, and sometimes they'll walk in front of the camera, but that's okay here. But I would not do that on my professional video on my homepage. But just be relaxed and show people who you are, so they get to know you, but also know your stuff, know your tips, know the format of the video that you're going to do. Okay, Ray, something that I know we only have a short time, I wanted to tell people a little bit about what to say in a video. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Make sure, yes. So when you're doing a video, I don't want you to script the whole thing out. The best way to start deciding what videos to even do would be to get a little piece of paper and a little spiral notebook and start writing at the top of it for the next 2 days. Start thinking, what could you teach somebody in a 2-minute video? Just what is a title of something? For instance, mine would be how to develop your voice. One would be how to handle nerves. One would be how to do lighting for a webcam video like this. So start thinking of some of yours too and write them down, just the topics at this point. This is how to create video tip topics, and they also turn into your talking points for everything that you do. Once you get that list ready, Then go back and start doing some bullet points. Not writing out a script again, but just bullet points, and then some details under those bullet points. These become your video tips. They become your videos. They become talking points in an interview situation. And then when you get them, and now you're ready to shoot some videos, right? So you take one of those topics, and there's a template in my home study course that's called Creating a Presentation, the template. And it basically takes these things and everything that you write down as you fill out the action guide, which are some of what these tips would go into a section here. Then you just move it into the template part. And the template basically is what your open is, what your close is. Those become your anchor points so that you know where you're going, and then depending on how long you need to talk, if you're doing a presentation or a video, you just put in as many of the little bullet points and details as you can fill out your time. Because for any of these topics, you could do probably a half-hour speech. You could do a 30-second elevator pitch. You could do a 1-minute video on, or you may be able to do an entire workshop, 2-day training seminar on, couldn't you? These are your talking points. So depending on how much time you have, that's how you create your video. So as you're creating your video, this is how you, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you, this is what you think about. These are the first questions that you think about. Who are you talking to? What do you want them to get out of it? What do you want to get out of it for yourself? Mm-hmm. How much time do you have? And that's your template. And then you just plug in these different things. But again, you take it from who you're talking to and what you want to give, most of all. So we go through that, and I will do it in a lot more detail, and you'll learn exactly what it is in the teaching that I do and the hot seat coaching that I'm going to do at your seminar. So, and I'll probably have time for 2 people as well. So if you get there and you want me to work with you, just make sure you raise your hand, because I would love to help you. And even if you're just in the audience, I'll walk you through the process, and you're going to learn right along with them, okay? I promise. This is easy. And once you get this system and my technique, you're off to the races. Every single time you present to the media in an audio, in a video, in a TV or radio interview, or public speaking, you're not going to have to worry. You're going to be confident. You know how to handle nerves. You're going to use those nerves to turn you into fuel, and you're going to hit a home run because you're going to know your stuff, and you'll be media trained. So that's my goal, and that's what I'm going to give you at Ray's event.
Oh my goodness. This is such, I mean, the content that Barbara is sharing right now, you literally, I mean, it's like a lifesaver. Because most people, where they get hung up is what do I say? And she's giving you the framework, right?
Yep. I know.
She's giving you the framework. So I have one other question, and then we're just going to do a little short mini invitation to invite those of you who are on the Hangout to come join us on September 26th through the 28th at beInspired2014. Now, here's the question I have, because I hear this on a regular basis, even when I'm coaching and consulting with clients around, you know, them wanting to do video. A lot of times people get hung up in a couple of things. One is they get hung up in the equipment. What kind of equipment should I have? 2, they get hung up in the lighting. Like, how do I do my lighting? And then 3, they get hung up with the audio. What kind of audio should I have? Should I just use the webcam on my my computer, or should I buy one of these handy dandy Blue Yeti things like Coach Ray has? So
well, it depends. It depends. Okay, so let's start at equipment for video. Okay, and then remind me in case I forget something. Equipment for video.
Okay.
You need to plan ahead, because your video needs to be edited. When you're doing smartphone videos and you upload it to YouTube, YouTube makes it really easy now to go in and make some simple edits. If it's shaky, it asks you. It even prompts you. It says it looks like your video is a little shaky. Do you want us to stabilize it? Click yes. And you want to also edit off the top and edit off the end, so it looks like you care about your video. So it's not like you going, let me do that camera thing. How do I look? and then you start, because that's not professional. You want to take your cue from what you see on TV. Remember, you are the writer, director, producer, and star of that video. So make it work for you, and it's easy. So YouTube has some great, easy editing things for this. If you're going to be doing professional videos, think about editing again, and it also depends on what your computer is. I have to be on PCs. I have a Mac for when I do it, but it's not my go-to. All my cameras in my studio are Sony, so I also have a Sony editing software. I have Sony Movie Studio, Vegas Movie Studio, that I edit my videos on. And I taught myself. I'm blonde. I came from the other side of the camera, but I taught myself how to shoot and edit videos. So you can too. There are tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, or hire somebody to help you do it. So hand it over to an editor to help you do it. Just make sure that what you put out there you're really proud of. And the last thing that you want to make sure that you edit for is because every video you put out there is strategic for your marketing, right? So at the very end, you want to put your website on it. Go to fade to black or fade to white if you're using the white background, and put, for more information, visit unleashyourstarpower.com. So think of it as your marketing strategy, because that's what it is. On a webcam, I'm going to show you how lighting is really, really important. Ray, when we first started, I noticed that you were all blown out on the white on the side here, and I asked you if your window was open, if your curtain is open, right? And I had you shut your curtain.
And it was.
Lighting, yes, I know. Well, but people just don't know. Once you learn this stuff, you can replicate it everywhere you go. I ask you to do that because lighting from a side source like that makes shadows. Shadows make us not only shows all of our bags and shows wrinkles, but it also creates subliminally creepy images, which is why, do you remember the Blair Witch Project? Remember they had the flashlight under here with the light up like this? Well, that's because it created this creepy...
I hated that movie, by the way. I'm sorry, I got to interrupt. I hated that movie.
I know, but it makes a really good lighting teaching point for me here. So in my webcam here, I told you about the background, and I shut off my side window because my windows are right over there, and I pulled a lamp, right? I have a lamp here in my home office, and I just pulled it from there, and it's now right here in front of me so that I'm full frontal lighting. Lighting has to keep you lit from the front, so face into your light source always. Even if you're like this, I'm going to give you another one of my secret weapon tips, okay? When you're doing videos like this or photos, if you can't do a video with light because you have it on the back camera, you need to face into your light source. Find your light. Make sure that you take 30 extra seconds to go from looking like $2 Chuck to $1 million just by finding your light. And the best way to do it when you're doing selfie videos is to walk and go face directly into a window. We practice that in my boot camps. So everybody that comes to boot camps, we practice, and they walk away with learning how to get great testimonial videos and videos that look like a pro. Because nowadays, you don't even have to worry about your audio or your video, because this is HD audio and video. It's perfect. It's all you need. Some of the videos that you even see on my website, we just shot with a smartphone, with my iPhone. Android is the same thing. But make sure that you look like $1 million. Take that little extra step to know that your lighting is everything and that you project it. That's star power. That's controlling your star power so that you come across in the best way possible. And when you know you look good, hey, you can do anything, right?
All of this is so juicy. I've learned so much. I was like, okay, I need to be taking some notes. So I am so excited that Barbara is going to be joining us on September the 26th through the 28th in beautiful San Diego at the Hilton San Diego Resort and Spa at beInspired2014. This is our annual Business Women's Conference that is really the only conference that's really designed for high achieving women entrepreneurs. And our whole focus is to help you to get back connected to your dreams. And sometimes we get on that little hamster wheel. We get in that mode and we're just running. We got our little capes flowing in the background, our little Wonder Woman and Superwoman. And we're pouring into everyone, into our clients, into our families, into everyone. And many of us are ending up depleted. Many of us are ending up, well, or asking ourselves the question, is this really what I should be doing? Maybe I just throw in the towel. This seems like a lot of work. And a lot of times it's because you're not in alignment and you're not congruent with what your gift, your calling, and your purpose is. I have handpicked 10 of the most amazing women to join us. These women are, such as Barbara, they have proven track records with success with their clients all over the world. They have been in business for years, so they have not only their experience, but they have the ability to transfer their experience to you as that entrepreneur and help you to avoid those pitfalls, those mistakes, and those traps that many of you might find yourself stumbling through as you're trying to grow your business. So for those of you who are ready to say, yes, I want to play, I want to be inspired, we have our promo code, Raise Guests. And so when you go to beInspiredconference.com, that's beInspiredconference.com, and you type in the promo code, you're going to get $100 off the regular general admission ticket. Right now, if you look at our website, the general ticket is $297. That price is actually going up on Friday, so we're taking it up to the $497 because we're 2 weeks away from the conference. What you can expect the most amazing business building strategy that you're going to see on the planet. You can expect to network with high achieving, like-minded women. I think some of the frustration that I'm hearing is that many of the women, they're like, I just want a girlfriend. I want someone I can play with. I want someone who's going to call me to play a higher game. And some of the people that I'm hanging out around, they're not like me. I'm the big fish. I need to hang out with some other big fishes. So that's what you can expect. We're going to do a lot of fun things, such as our Girls Just Want to Have Fun dance party. We have a lot of networking that's in store. And, of course, I'm going to be training as well. So what are you waiting for?
Join us.
I hope.
Join us. I can't wait to see you there.
So, Barbara, just to give them a little taste, I know you just shared some of your wisdom, but what can they expect specifically in your session at Be Inspired?
I'm going to, I want everybody to bring paper so they can take notes too, because I'm going to really show you how to be a video marketing superstar. I'm going to take the mystery out of it and show you just step by step what videos you need, what you need to say in your videos, how to handle nerves, how to create and speak in sound bites, and how to connect heart to heart through the camera lens. And I think I have 90 minutes, don't I, Ray? So I'm going to be talking, and the way I do it, I want to be able to really change somebody's life too. So I'm going to be having live people, audience volunteers, raise their hand and come work with me too. And as I do work with them, all the audience is going to walk away and watch how when the person that I'm coaching makes one little adjustment, you're going to hear, because one little adjustment changes everything. And it's stuff that you can walk away then. My goal is to give you things that you can walk away with and just walk out of there and do a video on the spot right afterwards. And at this event, you need to be getting testimonial videos for you and your business as well. So I want to probably bring your smartphone, and I'll probably take a few minutes and show you how to do that lighting that I talked about, how to go take 30 seconds and get right framing and lighting, and so that you can get some testimonials. Because, again, testimonial videos are another real smart way to start plugging into your video marketing strategy. When you give a testimonial or get a testimonial, or you're on camera with somebody else, I'll show you how to make sure that it's dynamite and it really represents you well. So video was fun, you guys. And okay, one last thought about video. It only takes one good take. You delete everything else, and all people see is the one good take. So have fun. Let the camera roll, because you never know when you're going to get lucky.
I love that. I love the best thing is like you just hit delete. You know, it's
Yeah,
not that big
totally.
deal, people.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. So I have thoroughly learned a lot. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time today with Barbara, and I have no doubt that not only is she going to bring the good, she's going to wow you and show you how you can get the star power that you need in order to grow and expand your business. I just want to share something with people because I have a lot of amazing people who are part of the community, and their biggest challenge is visibility. You see, what I know for sure is that if your tribe, if your ideal client can't find you, they're suffering. And 9 times out of 10, you are too. Not only are you suffering because you're not making the money that you're desiring, but you're suffering because you're not being able to share the gift to the world. And video is the best way to really position yourself as a star, as the expert, as the authority in your space. So, I invite you to come to Be Inspired on September 26th through the 28th in beautiful San Diego. Use promo code Raise Gas. That gives you $100 off. And this is Coach Ray, as always, with Barbara Niven saying, live boldly, authentically, and courageously. We will see you in San Diego. Bye.